Welcome back. I'm Kevin O'Keefe. Before the break, we talked with young people who were using a government program called Summer Company to start their own business. If you're a high school student and have a business idea, another route is Junior Achievement. Students start their own company with money and mentorship from the local business community. Take a look.
My mom said, "You're far too careless to be a doctor, you'll kill people. You should be in business, and you should join JA."
I was in Junior Achievement in 1982. It was the first time that I met other people like me that were interested in business.
I started getting involved with Junior Achievement in grade 11. I realized that I had a certain talent and interest for business, so I decided to kind of test it out through the Junior Achievement program.
He said, there's this thing that I go to on Wednesday nights called Junior Achievement. We set up a company and we sell things and we can make some money. And that kind of got my interest.
I started a bookmark business that started with the Weatherworm, which was a temperature-sensitive bookmark that turned blue when it was cold and pink when it was hot.
We filled sachets with potpourri, and we tied little bows around them, and we put them in little baskets.
In our first year, we decided to run an events planning business.
We did tie-dyed shorts, and tie-dyed shorts is a relatively easy thing to manufacture.
JA gave me confidence because through the company program, I experienced exactly what running my own business would be like.
Learning by doing is so powerful, and I can honestly tell you the impact it had on me and some of my friends. I really do think it had a fundamental impact on where we are today.
The 15-year-old that walked into the Wednesday night was someone who didn't trust establishment. I remember thinking that I had some influence over this group of people that were there and they were listening to me. And that was pretty addictive. You know, it's kind of powerful.
I mean, Junior Achievement was a life-changing experience for me. Junior Achievement teaches you the skills of starting a business because it allows a lot of different kids to come into a program and decide where they fit into that world of entrepreneurship.
I am a marketing director at Unilever Canada. I am in charge of the hair care and deodorants portfolio there. It's kind of what I hoped I would be doing when I was in JA.
Gap Adventures is a small group adventure travel company. We have offices in 37 countries. We're the largest adventure travel company in the world.
Today, I'm a student at the University of Western Ontario and the Richard Ivey School of Business.
Today I work for Cisco Systems. We are the world's largest manufacturer of routing and switching, which is the core of the network that makes all of the data on the internet flow around.
One company that got started with the help of Junior Achievement is Greentooth, and joining me from Greentooth is their president, 17-year-old Ahmed Elfeky. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell me what Greentooth is.
So Greentooth is a junior achievement company focused on the good of the environment and the good of the social world. So what we did was we introduced our first product, which was the Bluetooth earpiece.
So that's the thing people use if they don't want to talk on their cell phone.
Yeah.
They use this little device in their ear. Why did you think that would be a good thing to start here?
Well, what we did was we found a niche in the market. So around February when Junior Achievement was starting, when we first started our company, what we did was we realized that the Ontario law was deciding that people cannot drive while talking on their cell phone.
I remember that, and I ran out and bought one actually, yeah, because I had to. So how did you guys get started?
So we found the website where we could source these Bluetooth from for the cheapest and most affordable price for our company. Right. Once we got the money from our shareholders, we first introduced only 50 to try to sell them with our 25 company workers, two per person. Right. So we also did some market research, realized that the cheapest you could get it in places like Future Shop, Best Buy, like your normal places to get electronics, was at least $25 plus tax. So we thought that if we're doing it for $20, no tax, and 10% portion of all our profits go to plantyourtree.com, which helps plant tree all across GTA.
And that's where you got the name Greentooth from.
Exactly.
Why is that important, do you think, that your product helps the environment, that you're donating money to this environmental group?
Well, it's because, first of all, companies today, we need to have CSR, which is corporate social responsibility. We need to be socially responsible for what we do. So when we order these Bluetooth, they come on a plane, they come on a truck, they have to get shipped here. that emits energy, that takes energy. When they're used, that takes energy. So what we're trying to do is give back to the environment in as much possible ways as we can.
And do you think that's appealing to consumers as well, that they know that your product also helps the environment?
Yes, of course. It actually really was, because it was very catchy, our logo and our slogans, and it made consumers realize that, okay, I could go to Future Shop, buy one from Motorola or so on, and spend 25 plus tax, or I could support junior achievement, support Greentooth, and support my environment, and pay a cheaper price.
So I take it the company was quite a success. Things went well for you?
Yeah, they went just as planned.
What did you learn from that process in business? What were some of the lessons you took away from it?
I actually learned a lot. One of the main things I learned was how to become a better leader as myself. Because I always looked at myself as a leader, but it really helped me become much better leader through many ways, such as finding the best in people. Because some people would come, I'll give them a task, and they won't be so good at it.
Right.
So what I realized is you got to put people where they feel comfortable, and that's where they work their hardest. If it's a little job, a big job, just put them where they feel comfortable, and they do their best there. Another thing I learned is how to manage my time. So first couple meetings, it was kind of slow. I was kind of getting used to being a president. After that, I developed a schedule where every single person in my company was on point with that schedule. We all knew how each meeting was going to be run. I emailed it out at the beginning of every week, and so that all the time we didn't waste any time. All the time was used to good things, getting productive, getting work done.
So you didn't waste time in your meetings anymore?
No, we tried not wasting any time.
What about people who say, I understand you got the Bluetooth from China.
Yeah.
What do people say that that's too far away, or you should have hired a local Canadian company? I mean, that's good for Canadian business.
Well, see, yeah, Greentooth, that's the first thing we thought of.
Yeah.
What we did was we realized that in a recession economy, we need to help the Canadian businesses. We need to support the small businesses in Canada. So what we did first, and to save money on shipping also, we tried to source it from inside of Canada. But what we realized is when we do source electronics from inside of Canada, they're coming from a Chinese distributor to Canada, and then we'd have to buy it from Canada. Exactly.
So you sort of eliminated the middleman.
Exactly. We eliminated the middleman, got right to the source, and it saved us a lot of money. And at the end of the day, every Bluetooth earpiece we realized was going to end up coming from China or Japan.
Anyway. What about people, what role does greed play in business? I mean, you said your company was very successful, you made lots of money. Is there ever a danger that you get too focused on just making money?
Well, it's true. Greed does play a role in business, but it's not greed. It's just the will to succeed. You want to become more successful. You want to, and in business, money is one of the main things that show success.
Yeah, you want to make a profit.
Exactly. You want to make sure your employees are happy, your shareholders are happy. So that's one of the main things. But it's not really greed. You just want to make enough money to sustain, to keep going, and to make your business flourish. Pay back your shareholders, pay your employees so that they're happy and everyone's happy. But it's not really greed. It's just, you just want to keep becoming more successful.
So at the same time of making lots of money, you just said it there, it's important to pay your shareholders, it's important to have your employees happy, all those things also factor into.
And of course, donations, CSR.
Do you think your age is an advantage or disadvantage? I mean, you're only 17, you're running this company.
I think it was both, a bit of both. Because it's an advantage to me because I'm young. I still have a lot to learn, and it's a learning experience. So, I mean, I'm more energetic, and you know, I'm more outgoing than some of the other guys. But it's a disadvantage at the same time because, for instance, outside of Greentooth, if I were to create some sort of product and I want to pitch it to some bigger CEOs or something at like a big company, they might not take me as seriously.
You're just 17.
Exactly, I'm only 17. But at the same time, it's a bit of both. I think overall it's an advantage because it gives me more years to learn, and it's good that I'm off to a good start already.
Do you ever worry about making mistakes?
No.
Why?
As an entrepreneur, you can never worry about making mistakes.
Why? I mean, some people hate the idea of having to make a mistake.
Because the thing is, when you do make a mistake, you end up learning from it. And I don't think about making mistakes. I just think of taking the risk, a calculated risk, and high risk, high reward. When I make the mistake, I realize, okay, maybe I could have done better. And then next time around, I'm going to do better, and it's going to turn out for the best.
You don't seem like the typical 17-year-old kid. Like, you seem very business savvy.
Yeah.
What do your friends think of what you do?
My friends, actually, they support it. It's
They say,
surprising.
"Oh, Ahmed, come on, like, let's go to the mall, or let's go whatever." Like,
Well, it is, but at the same time, they respect what I'm doing with, like, that I'm outgoing in business. So, I mean, there's times where they're like, "Oh, just, you know, skip your junior achievement meeting, come, we're playing football with the guys."
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, "Nah, guys, sorry, I just, you know, I have a lot of work to get done." And then they understand it. You know, just friends, they try to heckle you, but they understand.
tell me, Greentooth now, I understand the company is finished. You've sold all your Greentooths. What's the future? Do you have another product in mind? Or are you working on something else?
Yes, I'm actually working on something else, which is a baseball cap company. Okay. So similar to what I did with a Bluetooth, I found a way to source baseball caps. And what I do is I have a catalog for my customers. It's normally a local, just for my friends, my schoolmates, and I give them the catalog, and they choose a baseball cap, and I could give it to them for much cheaper than they would get it in the store. I'm hoping to start my own website, which is credit card compatible, where people could, all over the world, and I'll advertise and market it, all over the world could order from my website, and I could source it to them, ship it to them from all over the world.
And when you're not doing that, what do you plan for school? You're graduating this year? You just graduated? What are your plans?
I graduated. I'm going to University of Windsor. I'm going to be taking honors business administration. And hopefully in the future, I wish to go into marketing, hopefully open my own marketing firm. But I mean, any opportunity that comes up through my 4 years of university, I'm going to grab at it, and hopefully it's a big one.
Speaking of big ones, you're dressed very professionally, you have your tie on, etc. And we alluded at the beginning of the show about Donald Trump being this big time. Is that something you aspire to be, that big?
Yeah, it's very much. Because, I mean, not only is Donald Trump very rich, that's not the only thing that makes me want to be like him. It's that the power that he has, the respect that he receives. Like I said, it's not greed. It's not all about the money. It's just the respect. I want to have that respect. I want to respect myself for being successful, for doing the best that I did, and yeah.
I suspect you'll get there.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming today. I appreciate your time. Well, for more information about junior achievement, check out jacan.org. Well, up next, a group of underage teens cash in on the market for alcoholic beverages after this.